In this video, I'm going to show you the legendary bounty in Red Dead Online this week that launched on the 15th of October 2019. The target this week is CECIL TUCKER, an arsonist who is known to have killed women and children in their sleep. To begin the mission to catch him, you'll need to go to your nearest bounty board in free roam to find the bounty poster relating to this target. After you select this poster, you'll then see a cutscene detailing your bounty for this week. After the cutscene, and as you spawn in, you'll notice that there's just one target area to search, and that is the old abandoned fort, Brennan. Now with this mission, there's a load of NPCs guarding the fort. You'll be able to get the majority of them though if you stand outside the fort and allow them to run directly at you. So to do this, just shoot one of them on the outside first and let them all swarm towards you. Obviously though, keeping your wits about you and being prepared for a gunfight. Now despite the fact I'm on my horse in this footage, it is easier to do this mission on foot, as you won't need to worry about the horse bolting when the gunfire starts. And all the events of the mission are in close proximity to each other. After you clear the fort of enemies, you'll be prompted then to search the fort for Tucker. Now what I would be wary of is the fact that the narrator specifically pointed out that these guys fancy themselves as guerrillas and that they'll probably use some underhand tactics to try and take you out. You'll notice that there's loads of crates of explosives dotted around the area, and rather than being blown up by one of these by a stray bullet that hits one, as you move up to the fort, taking enemies out as you go, destroy these crates where you can. Now with these two barrels of explosives, for some reason they didn't blow up. I don't know if I was shooting some invisible wall or whether they're just objects you can't interact with because of the predetermined events of this mission, which I think is probably the case. Then, after looking around the area of Fort Brennan for a little while, you'll see that more enemies start spawning and coming to attack you. It's at this point that the barrels that you couldn't shoot earlier start to explode and set the fort on fire, which works perfectly for the arsonist's backstory. Now, your best bet to take out these waves of enemies that start running towards you is to get on the fort walls and, use it as a fort, what it's designed to be used for. But obviously be wary that the fire is starting to spread through the fort, so try not to get burned alive. Now you can opt to go on foot and run out into the field like I did here, but it will be a better bet to stay in the fort and use the cover that the fort naturally provides you. Although on the 1-star version of this, it's pretty easy to get rid of these guys at this level. As you're taking them out, be sure not to kill Tucker, because obviously you want him alive for the better reward at the end of the mission. And then when you get a moment and there's not an enemy too close by, grab your lasso and wrap him up. Now if in the time that you are hog tying him there are some enemies that start to approach, be sure to take these out before you pick him up, because it makes you so sluggish when you pick the bounty up. Then after these guys are taken out and you've put Tucker on the back of your horse, jump on and take it to the sheriff's office. Now you will get a little bit of hassle on your way to the sheriff's office. There are small groups of enemies along the road, so take these out where you can. And then if you get on the train track, you can actually avoid them on the road, which might help you out when you get a bit closer to the town. For the most part, these enemies will all be on foot, so you can, if you want, tank the bullets and just ride straight through. Although it is always fun to blow the heads off of NPCs, so go ahead and do that if you fancy it. And then when you reach that yellow circle with your target, you get your reward. And clearly your character doesn't give a shit that he's just chucked him on the floor, which I suppose is only fair for a child murderer. If you enjoyed this video or it helped you out at all, then please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. I've got some big videos coming out over the next couple of weeks, and I'd love for you guys to see them and to give me your feedback on them as well. And if you want to see the worst parts of the update that we got just over a month ago, then click the video on screen now. I'm JmCooKie. Cheers.